So I'm sitting at the bar with my date, and another man sits to the right of me. Okay, he say, "Hi, hey, how you doing?" I said, "I'm good." He said, "I never seen you here before." I said, "Well, him and I, this is me telling him I'm here with somebody. Him and I come here all the time. This is my favorite place to get my favorite salad." He like, "Oh yeah, what's your favorite salad?" I'm like, "Oh," he's continuing this conversation. And so the guy that I came to the bar with was like, he gonna say, "I'm going to the car to smoke." And I looked at him, I gave him the look like, "You gonna leave me here at the bar while this man who thinks I'm obviously single, because you not saying anything, you gonna leave me here with him? Okay, you gonna get what you get from that." He goes to smoke. This man keeps chopping it up with me. By the time he come back, he like, "I'm ready to pay the bill." So I'm not finished eating. So I'm ready to get the fuck out of here because you trifling.
You know, I love the comment section in that comment, right? The comments in that comment section, because a lot of men say he should have just left. Why, right? Why? Because this is the thing where we don't call it out enough. The manipulations and games of women. Because you would think, right, when women do this a lot, where if she's not interested in a man, she would ignore them. She will literally cut it off. You cannot force a conversation out of a woman, right? Imagine like it happens to me, right? Imagine how many times you come up to a woman to try to start a conversation and she looks at you and just ignores you, right? Ignores you. Even if you're talking to her, she just literally, you're invisible to her. So on this date with this man, another man starts talking to you, you respond to him, you communicate with him, and then you continue to communicate with him. You're while looking at this, your date, right, trying to what, get him to do something, get him to, like, be a man. Right.
This man just sent me the money for my denim Telfar duffel and to get my hair done tomorrow, and I still don't like him.
Great flex. Cool, right? I've said this before where I don't blame women for digging that gold. If there's a stupid man out there that allows you to dig that gold, go for it. At the end of the day, these shit like this is why I have no sympathy for weak men, right? You know, the men, when women come here and say like, why aren't men approaching? Why are men pushing coffee dates? Why men? Those are the men I support, right? Those are the men that have boundaries, right? The men that, would bend over backwards for a woman, okay? When honestly, she cannot give a shit about you. Is that, when she shows you how much disdain she has for you, how little care she has for you, well, that's what you get. Like women say, why do men, women say, why are men like this in the dating market? Exhibit A. Right? It's like now men, or certain men, now having boundaries, standards. Okay, they're not dealing with it. They have expectations. You want equality, you're getting it. You wanted to fight gender norms. Well, men are doing it too. This is the thing where I said this before. Men didn't change. Men adapted. Women changed. Women changed the status quo. Thanks to feminism, thanks to women's, actions and words, they changed the status quo. Men have only adapted, and this is the results of women changing the status quo. Accepted. Now, like I said, I don't blame women for digging our gold, and I don't sympathize for men that have no boundaries, right? No self-respect, no care for himself, right? You want to spend that money on her, fine. Right? You want to spend money on women that don't like him, cool, right? But why I don't have no sympathy is he better not. He has no right to complain about women being gold diggers, being users, because honestly, you allow it. The only thing I've always believed 100% accountability. The only thing you control is yourself. So whatever happens, you allowed it. No one forced you to do what you did. So yeah, I mean, great, but it ain't a flex. It ain't a flex getting attention from men you don't want.
Last night I went out with my friend and we saw this guy and he was like exactly her type. So I went up to him and was like, "Hey, are you single? Because I was like, you know, I wasn't sure if he came alone, if he had a girlfriend or whatever. I didn't want to be like hitting on him. And he looked at me and was like, and I was like, for my friend. And then he was like, oh yeah, sure. And then he went and like sat and like basically fell in love with her. But anyway, that was hurtful. Like, I'm not exaggerating that he made that face. He was like, literally, like, I'm cute. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm cute.
Is she? I mean, this is something that I find that we need. I think a lot of people can't judge their own attraction level correctly. I don't really think she's cute. Now, again, I think she's average, right? Nothing bad about that. I mean, I've said I'm average, right? I'm average at best. That's just it. She may be cute on the individual level where, you know, you might find someone that thinks you're cute. You're not cute in the general level where most people will find you cute. And I think this, and again, it's not really, I'm not trying to attack her, so please understand that. I'm more going about it that I think a lot of people are having a problem, and not her particularly, but a lot of people women particularly, are having the issue of being egotistical in a way that they are deluding themselves. I see so many women say that they're gorgeous, beautiful, tens, goddesses, all these like, and again, it's not about her. I guess I'm just using it as a jump off point, an example, where we have so many people who are average at best, but because of I don't know, maybe the validation from online, maybe the sisterhood, the poisoning of the sisterhood, we have so many women who are average at best. Okay, they're nothing bad, but they misjudge their own attraction level. And I believe this is a danger where when you think that you're something and your life does not produce the results that equate it. So let's say if a woman thinks she's gorgeous, yet her life she cannot get any man, particularly any man she wants, to even be interested in her. How gorgeous are you when no man finds you attractive, right? Particularly no man you want. Because 9, 8s, 9s, even women that you may deem perfect, don't really have problem with finding men to be attracted to them, particularly men they would want. So that's the thing where I think there's a danger, I don't know, a bit of a danger, where a lot of women just don't understand their own attraction level because of the internet inflating their ego.
This might ruffle some feathers, but men don't like women. They just like fucking women, because anything that is inherently feminine or girly or embodies just being a girl, men hate it, they downplay it, they make fun of it, they mock it, and they're disgusted by it. Whether that's girls being excited or gossiping or doing makeup, like anything, like they hate it, they make fun of it, women are emotional, blah, 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 blah. And it's just funny because they don't like women, they don't like being around women, they hate women, they just want to fuck us. And I know anytime I make a video that's similar to this, I get comments from men being like, who turned you down, or someone's bitter, or whatever, blah, blah. It's always the same. And it's just like, you're like, this is exactly what I mean. Like, yes, obviously not all men. I have met men that are great and wonderful, but like, you don't like women. Most of these men do not like women. They don't respect women at all. And it's crazy.
Imagine if I came on this, right, and said, you know what, women just want to use men. Women don't respect men, right? Women only, because women don't like, you know, men's hobbies, sports, fighting, playing video games, right? Because women all play that down, saying that's toxic, saying that's a waste of time, right? It shows you that women hate men. Women only want to use men. Wouldn't that make me sound bitter, delusional, idiotic? Just because you don't have the same hobbies or same passions and views doesn't mean you hate another group or you disrespecting another group. This shit is tiring. It really is tiring. Right? Even from her own mouth, she said, oh, plenty of men that, you know, aren't like that. But you know what? Men hate men. It's like, this is the problem with a lot of women, where they have been traumatized to the point where they see all men the same. Because here's the thing, where a lot of women, in my honest opinion, with their point of view, their ideology is always based on, let's say, a man she dated. One man, maybe two, maybe three, maybe five, right? But that's it. And then the very few men you dated, you then see all men exactly like the men that you chose. And that's the insanity of it, right? It's like if a man does it too, right? Where if a woman cheats on him, right? Dated the woman he chose, cheated on him. Now he says all women are cheaters. when people say that that's stupid, and yet women do this constantly, right? The men they pick, the men that get that they pick and hurt them, they think all men do that. It's like absolutely tiring. This man-hating, desire of women is absolute. This is why I've said this before. If women were men, they would be incels, because a lot of women have their mindset is no different than incels, right? Because that's why femcells are a thing. They just hate men, anything and everything. It's tiring. Oh, I was like this, right? Hate. If men actually hated women and just cared about sex, right? No man would lay his life down for a woman. Right? No man will go broke for a woman. No man would get in a fight for a woman. No man would do shit for a woman. Right? I mean, like, you could just pay for it, right? A few $100s, boom, I'm done. If only cared about sex, no man would get in a relationship, because he would just pay for it. He would just pay for it, because what's the difference? He doesn't like her. He doesn't like being around her. He just might as well just pay for it to have sex. Because even in relationships, you still have to pay for it, right? But you get the added hate, right? The added hate of being around her 24/7. So you might as well just pay for it and not deal with all this stuff. But men do. This is just tiring.
Here are 10 things that I think are better than having a baby. Number one, shopping for literally anything. It could be groceries, it could be clothes, it could be online shopping, it could be in person. I just think spending money is a lot of fun. Number two.
I didn't even bother listening to the rest. It's like, I find this is, particularly women, right? They come on here and say that, oh, I love being happily single, and this is why. Then do it constantly. I love being child free, and this is why, and do it constantly. I mean, true or not, right? Probably is true. Great for you. But how I see it is that these types of people that need to scream to the rooftop that they're happily single, they don't need no man, or they love being child free, but do it to the public, right? To scream it out loud is honestly, in my opinion, a lie. That's how I see it. It's because you're seeking validation for this decision you made, right? This decision that's, I guess, technically out of the norm. So you want to seek validation from said other women with like-minded. So these other women will like, oh, right on. I agree with you. You're so right. Oh, having kids is terrible, all this stuff. So you feel good. Oh, you know what? I was right. I feel good about it. I feel good about making this decision. Instead of, just living your life, right? It's like, why do I need to tell people this is how I'm living my life, right? I honestly believe, and it's not because, you just do it. I'm saying because I see this often, a lot. I see this so much where I'm thinking that these people that live this kind of life, right? I don't need no man. I'm better off alone. All this stuff, all these things. It's honestly to seek validation, right? You go online to get the support, get the validation that, you did right. That's the thing where, to reassure you of the decision that you, in my honest opinion, weren't really 100% feeling. Okay, because I've seen a lot of these women who are saying that they're happily single, yet they constantly talk about men. Constantly, even sometimes said that they're depressed because they're so alone. So what helps is that you go online, you talk about, being happily single, that you don't need no man, men are terrible. You go online saying kids are terrible, and then you have like-minded women, right? You all get into a circle, right? Circle jerking, and just, validate each other. Say, no, you did the right thing. Go for it. Continue it. So you feel good about this. In my honest opinion, a decision that is usually against biological feeling, right? I honestly believe we as, creatures, animals on this earth, we have the urge to mate. We have the urge to pair bond, procreate, to get with each other. We have the urge to reproduce. But thanks to our evolution, right? Thanks to, adaptations, now we have, thanks to the collective mind, we can fight against those urges, that biological way of thinking. And this is what I'm thinking. It's like, okay, great. But honestly, you seem sad. You seem pathetic. Right? Because you're fighting against it. You're just seeking validation to reassure yourself about it. So shit like this is just sad looking to me.
I had an experience today where a man that I never met a day in my life, I was running errands, walked up to me and said, "Hey, light skin, I'm trying to get at you." I ignored him, walked the other direction, okay? Because I could have said a lot of other stuff, but I wasn't going to do that, okay? Because there are cases where men throw acid and stuff in women's face if they say no. So I usually don't engage and just walk in a different direction or just do what I need to do. When I walked out the grocery store, this man ran after me to my car and was upset by the fact that I would not engage him. Women really need to understand that most men are looking to take from you.
This is the funniness. I find a lot of women like this just ridiculous, because when you say most, yet your example is one, it's tiring. When I feel like this is so common with a lot of women, where most women don't even interact with most men. We have a population of over 160 million men alone. In my honest opinion, most women do not even deal with more than 100 men throughout their life. Honest opinion, right? Truly deal with. And yet, if a bad thing, one bad apple, right, comes out and really does something really terrible to you, you view that as all men do it. And I get it. We constantly highlight the bad things. I do understand that mindset with a lot of people, right? If something bad happens, we constantly, equate all. But this is the problem with this, right? Because women never put this where you that logic or anything else. Imagine how white people are, right? If they interacted with one bad apple black person, would you agree with that then? If they say, oh, black people are terrible, ghetto, violent, would you do that? Right? Imagine this is a white person coming on the line and saying, oh, this black person harassed me, and then said, you know what? Majority of black people are violent. Would you support that? Would you support that logic? No. If a man comes on this and said, you know what? This woman cheated on me, took half of my money, and then said, you know what? All women are gold digging 304s. Would you agree with that? No. Yet it is okay to view men as a monolith. It is okay to, use one bad apple, even a dozen, even whatever, right? 100, 1,000, 100,000, 300,000 bad apples, right? You think that's a lot, but again, in totality, there's over 100 million men. But use a small percent of men to blanket all men, or even the majority of men. And yet you cannot, in this day and age, use that same logic for anything else, for any other group. Can't do that for minorities. Can't do that for the alphabet people. Can't even do that for women. Yet men, it's okay. It is okay to blanket all men with any, all men are predators, all men are violent, all men are criminals, all men are dangerous, all men are this, and all men are that. Yet we can't do that for anything else. Why is that? Right? Why is that? Why can't we use the example of the minority for the majority when it comes to anything else? We are encouraged, because these people get big platforms, we are encouraged to insult men, to belittle men, to ridicule men. It is tiring.
So I don't think I'm the only one on this, but I love when men get humbled. Like, I think it's about time we start traumatizing these men back, because you be putting me through the ringer. Why can't I do the same to you? And they be getting sassy. Like, you could say one little thing to a man, and they'll blow the hell up. Like, I see on my For You page all the time of, messages between, exes, and it's the girl saying some foul shit to their ex, and it makes my heart happy. And I saw this one where it was, this guy sent this girl, a massive paragraph, and her only reply was, that message is taller than you. Are you kidding? I know his ego was hurt, and I love it.
Do women ever think about the hypocrisy of what they say, the delusion, right? Do you ever think about karma or the same energy back? Because here's the thing. Imagine a man coming on this and saying, I want to humble women. I want to humble women. I want to, insult them, disrespect them, right? I want to treat them bad. I love it. I love it when I see other men. I love it when I see other men humble women. I love it when I see other men disrespect and belittle women. I love it. It's amazing. I get a kick out of it. Do you enjoy that? Would you enjoy that? Because how can you enjoy it one way, but you wouldn't enjoy it the other way? Right? Is it what is that saying? You can dish it, but you can't take it? Is that the one? Right? Is that how it works? A lot of these women, they can dish it out, but they can't take it. Then you should never dish it out to begin with. Don't insult people if you are not fine with people insulting you. Don't. This is the thing. What happened to when we want to treat others how we want to be treated? What happened to that? It's gone. Right? That mindset is gone now. Where we all desire to be toxic, but we don't want people to be toxic to us. This shit is tiring, right? And you know what's also tiring? She said, oh, this man did this to me. Okay, that man did that to you. Why don't you go humble that man? No, no, no. You want to humble men because one man did you dirty. Imagine that. Right? I saw women saying, "Oh, why did these men, got hurt by one woman, and then now all women are, he treats all women bad." Women would do the same. Women are no different. So it's a mentality, right? It's a mentality. It's not about gender. It's not if you're a man or woman. It's the mentality, and it's the mentality that's toxic. Toxic. These people are terrible. The man hating is just. Do you not understand this man hating mindset? Makes you no different than incels, right? Women hating, no different than man hating. But no, it's okay, right? It's fine. It's promoted. It's encouraged. It's encouraged to hate on men.
This may be a really dumb ick, but when men get injured playing sports for fun, like with their friends, I'm disgusted. What do you mean you tore your ACL playing football with your mates? That's meant to be for a laugh, for a giggle, darling. You're not coming home with fucking 400k a week. Why are you doing that? Furthermore, why are you expecting sympathy from me? Because this was a choice. You guys could have done anything else. You guys could have played chess. You guys could have went to the cinema. You guys could have played it on the computers. Why did you play so hard that you're now injured and you're telling me about the injury? Do you think I'm meant to? I don't care. You don't hear girls in their adult life being like, "Oh, I played netball with girls, I got injured. Oh, I went too hard in the reform, I got injured." You don't hear that. Why is it always you lot? This is a hobby, okay? For fun. Why are you getting injured? If you're not getting paid big bucks to kick that little ball around in the field, don't get fucking injured. You don't have to go that hard. Just stop.
The egg part she said is dumb, so whatever, It's good to know what type of person she is. This is a thing where I find a lot of women don't do actual critical thinking, okay? Because really put some thought into what you said. So she essentially said, "Oh, you think I would give you sympathy for you doing something that you could have just done something else and it wouldn't have happened, right?" Basically, right? You want sympathy for getting hurt while doing something when you could have done something else instead. So imagine if men gave women the same energy. "Oh, you went out at night? Like partying, clubbing, right? And something happened to you? Something bad happened to you? I don't care." Accountability. You could have stayed in, right? You could have stayed in. You could have, I don't know, not gone out. You could have done something else. You could have gone to a different place. So it is your fault, right? I love it when women, and you know what? I agree. It's accountability. I love women will hold men accountable for their actions and say, "You know what? It is 100% your fault because you did it. You have to take accountability for your actions." I agree. But why is it when you hold women to the same standard, accountability, they don't understand it, right? You could have not worn that, I don't know, revealing clothes. Maybe something bad wouldn't happen to you. You could have not gone to that club, or just even not even going clubbing at all, not even going out at all. And that bad thing wouldn't have happened to you. You could have not gotten drunk, right? And that bad thing probably wouldn't have happened to you. This is the problem with a lot of women, where they know they can give this kind of energy to a man, but when it's given back at her, women will call that misogyny. Women will get mad, get angry. Wonder why. Seems like women can dish it, but can't take it. Making reservations. His relationship, right? Whatever makes him happy, right? I did a video of a woman saying, "Oh, men are terrible," right? Weaponizing competence because men don't remember women's birthday. A lot of women don't realize that men don't give a shit about birthdays. Why? Because of shit like that. Nobody cares about a man's birthday. So if you are a man, okay, when pretty much in life, after you hit maybe, I don't know, a certain age, nobody really cares about your birthday. It's not a big deal. It's not important. So men have lived years, if not a decade or so, right? A decade or two, whatever, where nobody cares about his birthday. So eventually a man thinks it's not important. Same thing with kind of holidays too, but birthdays. So since no one cares, men just like, he doesn't even think about birthdays. He doesn't think about his own birthday. So he doesn't think about his own birthday. He doesn't think about nobody's birthday because it's not important at all. Birthdays are not important. You don't. This is the thing where I find women don't understand. Right? They try to say they understand their empathy. They have empathy. They have sympathy, or they understand trauma. But you don't understand when a man is not celebrated. His birth is not celebrated. Well, no duh, he doesn't view it as important. So if he doesn't view his own birth, right, his own birthday as important, it is logical where he doesn't view nobody's birthday as important. So in a man's mind, birthdays are not something that's important. So there's no surprise that a man would not think about your birthday. Now, hopefully he would, right? Because he probably loves you. But at the end of the day, it's just another day. For a lot of men, birthdays are just another day. Same with holidays. Because men are not celebrated. Men are not gifted. Men are not cared about. Men are not appreciated. So on these holidays, on these special days, Valentine's Day, men wouldn't care, right? Men wouldn't care. Men do certain things, right? If men celebrates a woman's birthday because he does it for her, he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit, right? It's only because he loves her. Same with Valentine's, same with any other holidays. If men could do it, men would not even think about a holiday ever again. Because for most men, holidays are just a depressing thing. Because holidays are just a representation of, you know what, you're not important. That is it. That's what a lot of men feel. And no one cares about it. No one recognizes that. Right? We want to blame men. Oh, you know, these men don't care about you because they don't buy you shit or think about your birthday. Do you never understand his trauma? Why he feels a certain way? This is the issue, that no one actually digs into why men feel a certain way, because we never care how men feel.
All right, I got a question for the men, especially the ones that say that they're good guys. If women decided to take over, would y'all support us? I just saw a video from Will Ferrell where he was saying that he believes women should take over at this point because men have had control for how long, and we're in world, 3 already. So would you guys support us just kind of taking over, period, the end?
No. Now, I want to preface this. I don't mind, right? I'm not that big. It's not that big of a deal to have a female president. But it has to be qualified. She has to be qualified. I'm not going to let's have women take over. Why? Because this is a thing where, what are women going to do that's going to be better? You saying let's say World War III. We're not in a war. America is not in a war. Guess what? It's because of our stupid policies that we want to help out other fucking countries. That's the thing. We shouldn't be giving a shit about Ukraine. We shouldn't be giving a shit about the Middle East. So we, as American, as United States, is not in World War III. We're not in a war, right? We are helping out fucking stupid shit. I don't agree with immigration things. So, to be honest, because of male leadership, right? You are using the phone that, thanks to male leadership, has developed. You are living a life that is thanks to male leadership. I hate the Will Ferrell thing, the pandering fucking men. Seriously, right? Because of male leadership, he has got the privilege he got. People have gotten the privilege they have. I think that's stupid. But like I said, I don't mind a female leader, right? A female president, if it makes sense. If she actually can benefit America. Let's say Kamala. She was stupid, right? She was already in the last she already had she was always the vice president, and Biden didn't make things better, right? Her party didn't make things better. So she was unfit to be it. And to be honest, I see no one right now in government is fit to be a president, right? Not any of the female, AOC or any of these. No, they're stupid. They're woke. They're absolutely deranged. No, I wouldn't want any of them. So, could it? Yeah, but would I want it? No. So, no. I don't think women would be. They couldn't take over, but the only way to take over is they need men's help. So really, at the end of the day, you might as well just skip the middleman and just stick with what it is. So I think that's ridiculous. No. Oh, and it's not about being a good man or not. It's about caring for your country. It's about caring for your country. I don't believe that America would be a world power as it is with a female leader. With currently any possible female leaders that we have right now. I wouldn't think so, right? No one in the government. They're all weak and honestly just idiotic. So no.